This week on Cartoon Dumpster Dive, we cover the movie 1967's Mad Monster Party. Woo.
Would it not be Mad Monster Party?
I don't know. I guess so, because it's got a question mark.
I don't
Although the
understand.
poster doesn't have a question mark.
I don't get that. I've been banging my head against the wall trying to figure out, like, is this a typo just everywhere on the internet?
Oh, no,
Like,
no. It's when you, I can't believe I missed this when I actually watched this stupid thing, but the title says Mad Monster Party? I guess because it's confusing that the monsters would have a party.
or maybe he didn't know he was going to a monster party.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, Alex didn't know.
Yeah,
Joel,
that's what I meant. Like, yes,
we're talking about Mad Monster Party and
Mad Monster Party.
party. So it doesn't have a theme song like most of these old school things, but it does have several musical numbers. Did you have a favorite song?
No, I did not.
No, I did not
They're
either.
all-
They are all bad and they
Okay.
are all boring.
Look, I do want to talk about the music because this is what last week we kind of asked the question: did Rankin Bass have a Halloween?
No, I knew they did. That's why we're
Yeah.
covering this. But yeah.
Okay, all right, but I didn't know.
Yeah, yeah.
You knew. I did not know.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like with Rankin Bass, especially if they make a holiday theme movie, the music plays a lot with the setting of the holiday, right? Like Christmas music just has call it a vibe.
Yeah,
that
well, it's
You
like
hear it and you're like,
Christmas-
that's a
Christmas is a musical holiday.
yes.
You literally, people were so happy Jesus was born. They
Played
fucking
music.
they made music. There's a musical number in the story of the birth of Jesus Christ. Fucking the little drummer boy is like, what the fuck is up, Bethlehem?
Bum.
And he rumba-bum-bums. I don't know if that's actually in the Bible. I just assumed it was.
I don't think it is. I think that's a Rankin Bass thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but okay. But like even on Spotify, they'll have like Halloween playlist, which let's be honest, most of the time it's like Monster Mash, the
Spooky, scary
Ghostbuster,
skeletons.
yeah,
the
Ghostbuster
right.
theme. But like I have wondered like what makes music more kind of Halloween-esque, right?
Halloween isn't a musical holiday. Halloween is a sounds holiday. Because music can't be scary.
It can't be, but I think it can. It can be suspenseful, maybe.
Yeah, suspenseful, sure, but like Halloween at its core is a spooky holiday, and there's never gonna be a song that's gonna fill you with fear. I guess. I mean, I guess maybe they could get you excited about candy if you're trying to go through a kid's perspective. Maybe a song about trick or treating, but still, there's no caroling. There's no Christmas caroling.
True.
There's you can go door to door, but it is to get candy.
Well, all of this, I bring all of this up because I just
Okay.
want to point out that none of this music even closely resembles Halloween or any monster adjacent theme at all. To me,
I literally just watched this movie. I cannot remember any songs except for the one song. Who is sung by Gail Garnett?
okay.
And I have some. There's an interesting takeaway I have about her character, but we'll get into that a little later.
I just want you to know, like, the beginning of this movie, just based off of the music itself, sounds more like a James Bond spy movie.
Dude, I thought the same thing. That was going to be one of the first questions when we got to actually talking about the movie. It does. It's sung by Ethel Ennis. She's
Yep.
just the type. But yes, I was like, is this a fucking Bond film? What are we doing here?
I was just like, what the hell is... I'm like, okay, granted, like, I feel the same way. There's not much, like, music-wise with Halloween, but this just felt like I'm like, am I watching, like, a spy movie? What's
Maybe
going
it's
on?
because they go to an island? Evil Island? The appropriately named Evil Island?
Maybe, but it is. Ugh.
They couldn't think of a better name. Like, you know how Iceland and Greenland are slip swap? I'm like, no, this is actually Good Island.
Evil
Wink.
Island.
What do you guys do here? What do you think we do here? That's what that's what Jeffrey Epstein originally wanted to call his island. Evil Island. It's like Evil Island, Molestation Island. And then he was like, well, actually, there is a real name for Epstein Island because it just got purchased recently by some bank or big corporation. I don't know. It was bought by people who probably like, are the kids still there? Anyway.
Probably like, we need to hide some evidence.
Somebody needs to carpet bomb that fucking island. But yeah,
Our fingerprints are all over this.
how did Mad Monster Party get made, Joel?
So, Andrew, this released all the way back in 1967, March 8th of that year. But like we've already said, Rankin Bass, it was created in their, one-of-a-kind Animagic, the stop-motion animation process that they did. Rudolph, Frosty, all of your Christmas favorites. They wanted to do a Halloween one, Andrew.
You want to know something insane about how old this movie is?
What?
1967, right?
Yep.
Segregation has been lifted nationwide for 3 years.
That's it.
This movie came out. Holy fuck.
They was just like, you know what? We've ended segregation. You know what they need? They need a Halloween movie.
They need a Halloween movie to celebrate. Everybody, come on in the theater and enjoy this movie.
So okay, this is something I don't remember, like, in our talks about, like, the Rudolph movies, but the Japanese company MOM Productions, they was involved in the photographing of the figurines in the frame time and shit like that.
Okay.
I don't really recall Rankin Bass going outside of the country to do the other movies.
I vaguely remember when we covered Rudolph, they outsourced something to Japan. But
Okay.
I have that knowledge comes in and is exploded out of my mouth and then immediately fizzles away.
Exactly. I retain it for that episode, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's crazy when people would be like, do you remember you saying blah, blah, blah? I'm like, no.
So
if you really want to fuck with me and gaslight me, you could probably make something up, tell me I said it. I am not going back to check.
I'm not going to argue. I will
used
take
to
your
listen
word
to
on
our
it.
episodes just to hear them for audio quality. Now, no.
I mean, I listen to it when I edit it, but that's about it. So
Yeah.
this was kind of on the heels of, in the 60s, classic monster films were kind of enjoying their day in the sun, because you had like the Addams Family, the Munsters, and it was all kind of around this whole campy monster vibe. So Rankin Bass, they wanted to do a musical with inside jokes around monsters. They actually bring on Mad Magazine creator Harvey Kurtzman to write the script, and the Mad artist Jack Davis to design the characters in the film.
Okay.
Which I kind of get that, because Matt, like, the moment I read that, the character design in the film kind of made sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
Some
okay.
questions for you about Dracula, by the way.
Okay. Though, this is probably the craziest thing about this creation, because there's really not much more to it, but there was rumors that the guy Forrest J. Ackerman, who was really big into like science fiction, horror, different stuff like that, he had done a lot of writing. Let me get you something that might be popular. None of the things he ever worked on I had ever heard of. But he did a lot of like the Frankenstein's monster. He did Dr. Acula, Thrilling Tales of the Uncanny. So he did a lot of like horror writing back in like the 60s.
Okay.
But it was rumored that he had a hand in the script. It was never confirmed, but his name never appeared on the on-screen credits. Rankin Bass historian Rich Goldschmidt, in a linear notes that was accompanying the Anchor Bay DVD release, denied that Anchorman was ever involved. But at the same time, the DVD packaging promoted Anchorman's name, or Ackerman's name.
This had a DVD?
Apparently it did. But Goldschmidt, in 2006, repeated his claim on a blog that he had no involvement in this. That's the craziest, like...
I mean, he just did not want credit, is what you're saying?
I don't know. It was... The DVD is saying he had this credit, but someone who is a historian on Rankin Bass said
he didn't.
Said he did.
I guess he's been long dead. So
I guess. But when I say this,
spoiler alert, everyone who was in this movie, they're dead.
Oh yeah, 67.
We could pull out a Ouija board for a bonus episode and try to interview him if you want.
This was when I say this is the craziest thing on there, that's the only like crazy part of the history of this thing that you can find.
There's not much to it other than Rankin Bass wanted to, I guess, try to dip their toes into a Halloween thing.
Dude,
on a budget, might I add.
Oh, they was just pumping out any holiday related movie or show they could back in the 60s, man. It was a cash grab if there was ever one.
People of other races were allowed in theaters. They had to to make movies. To
We
be like, "Look,
we finally can market to everybody.
we can market to everyone. And everyone loves holidays.
Right? Everyone loves Halloween. But Andrew, hit us with the voice actors.
Okay, so in order to save money on this movie,
Okay.
one, there are 5 voice actors, including the singer of the title song.
There's a lot.
One of the
voices.
voice actors, of which you will find out, does every male voice except for Baron Boris von Frankenstein. So, the voice cast of Mad Monster Party
Party?
are Boris Karloff is Baron Boris von Frankenstein.
Okay.
Alan Swift is Felix Franken, yet Dracula, the Invisible Man, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, Chief Marchival, Captain, First Mate, Mr. Concrete, Mailman, and the Monster.
Okay.
Gail Garnett is Francesca. Phyllis Diller is the Monster's mate. And Ethel Ennis is the title song singer. Now,
Dude, I hope Alan Swift, I hope he got a big fat paycheck.
He did not. I can already tell you that he did not.
They screwed him on that pay.
For their other works, we have Boris Karloff he's Frankenstein's monster in the 1931 Frankenstein. He is also the narrator in How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Ah.
Alan Swift is the Hunchback in Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Really?
Yes.
He was alive?
He was. Galen Garnett is Aunt Lexi in My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Okay.
Phyllis Diller she was the queen in A Bug's Life. That's what I know her from. She also does a really fun, it's either a really good impression of Phyllis Diller or it's her, but there's a Robot Chicken sketch where they team up with Scooby-Doo and she basically calls Fred gay for wearing a scarf. And he goes, "It's not a scarf, it's an ascot." And she like uppercuts him and she goes, "Well, your ascot bodied by an old hag." Gets me every time. And then finally, Ethel Ennis did the soundtrack for the 2000s movie Boltneck, which I assume is a musical about Frankenstein.
That would make sense.
Oh, wait. A student receives a serial killer's brain in a transplant after being thrown into a pool with no water in it.
So kind of like a Frankenstein.
In a way.
Okay.
So.
Oh, actually, before we move on,
Okay.
Boltneck.
Right.
Is that a derogatory term for Frankenstein?
I would say yes.
Okay. All right.
If Clanker is a robot racial slur, Boltneck is the racial slur for the
Frankenstein's monster.
Reanimated corpse race of people.
Okay, all right. Go on.
Because there's more than one. There's at least
True.
2. There's Frankenstein and Frankenstein's bride.
Yep.
So so first of all, this movie is sitting at a solid, and I mean solid, hour and 34 minutes. And let me tell you something, buddy. You feel every single solitary second of this movie. Good Lord, it is boring.
I think 30 minutes in, I was just like, okay, we gotta be towards the end of this.
I was like, oh my God, it's still on. So the story is basically this. Frankenstein, who by his claim has mastered he mastered how to reanimate a corpse. So now he wanted to master destruction.
Retirement.
So he was basically he made his greatest creation, which was the opposite of his other creation, and he made a vial that can destroy any matter. And he goes, we got to celebrate, so we're gonna invite everybody,
All the monsters.
all the monsters, Dracula, a creature from the Black Lagoon.
Werewolf.
Rare that we see the creature from the Black Lagoon make an appearance, but I guess because this is the 60s, he's still fresh.
Honestly, I was kind of surprised to see Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in this.
Yeah, Dr. Jekyll seems pretty on board with being Mr. Hyde nowadays. Also, this is like a very Addams Family type feel where it's just like, we like things that suck.
Yeah.
It's always just like, I don't know why I find that so funny. Like when the mafia chef boss is preparing the salad that's full of like poison ivy, arsenic, and nitroglycerin. It's just like, oh, and the Invisible Man, he's there. Which, is he a monster or he's just a pervert, right?
I would assume he is a pervert. Which, let's be honest, is that not one of the worst kinds of monsters?
Very, very true. That's a monster that's actually real.
Exactly. We've got them everywhere.
We got them everywhere. We got whole websites that show you where perverts are. So yeah, they all come to the island except for it. It doesn't get invited, but this is before Pennywise and Stephen King's It is written. It's actually So anyway,
it's basically like King Kong, right?
it's King Kong. It's King Kong, but I don't think they can use King Kong. King Kong is actually still very much under copyright.
Yeah.
The rest of these are it's so strange that they're not in public domain yet. Because they all are now, basically.
But who was, out of all the invites that Dr. Frankenstein sent out, who's the one oddball out of this, Andrew?
Felix Flanken, the pharmacist, who sneezes when he's nervous. And Dr. Frankenstein is with his assistant, which is some of the biggest tits on a puppet I've ever seen. She's like at least 30% yabos.
Yep. No, yep. I'm like, whoever. Okay.
Somebody was hurting for a squirting when they molded that clay or whatever the fuck they used to make those.
Yeah.
She's gotta have a fucking F cup. Oh my God. I'm like, hey, Bill.
Whoa, man.
Take a personal day or something. Is everything okay at home?
What's going
Or
on,
maybe
man?
because it's the 60s, he had to prove he wasn't gay. And he was just like, no, look at her tits. They're huge. They're enormous. Of course I'm not gay. That's why I designed her that way. I'm not
I just
gay,
make
guys.
puppets for a living.
If you excuse me, I got to go to the forest. Because that's what for any history buffs out there, it's where a lot of quote unquote illegal homosexual activity took place back in those days.
Oh,
Little fun
learn
fact
something
for
new
the
every day.
LGBTQ community. Also, if you don't know who Phyllis Diller is, that is the only way you don't know that her character is voiced by her. Because
Really?
I'm like the second she showed up, I was like, that looks a lot like Phyllis Diller, and she's like, I'm like, oh shit, that is Phyllis Diller.
They actually did, like, when they was designing the characters.
Right.
I don't know why they wanted to do this, but they made a lot of the characters look like the voice actors.
Except for anybody voiced by Alan Swift, which is goddamn near everyone. Okay,
you can't make everybody look like him.
Speaking of characters and their looks, did Dracula look vaguely Asian to you, or was that just a me thing?
I could see it. I didn't first pick up on that, but I could see it.
Keep in mind, I mean racially insensitive Asian, not like
Not like yeah.
not like a human being, like a caricature of an Asian,
Like
which
Bugs
would not
Bunny.
be- yeah,
Bugs
yeah.
Bunny.
Like how when Cartman and Butters went undercover, that's the kind of. But anyway, he brings them all together. He shows them. He's like, "Look, you know how I made Frankenstein and his wife, who sang that song about how she loved him because he was different but ugly. Very mean song. I would be very insulted if somebody sang that to me.
Frankenstein is in an abusive relationship.
He's also probably not mentally capable of having a real relationship. Because it seems like Dr. Frankenstein really, his first attempt at life is like on paper a success, but he pulled out all the stops for the bride.
Yeah.
Just like she's talking, singing, dancing, capable of fighting.
She can actually speak.
Yeah, she can speak. And then poor Frankenstein's monster's like, he makes like 4 grunts the whole movie.
Yeah.
And so they all get together. They all scare the shit out of everyone. And it's like the Hunchback is there, the Mummy is there. And Dr. Frankenstein is like, hey, I'm picking a successor. And Francesca, the bodacious woman she is, she learns that it's Felix, Felix, and she's like, well, I should get it.
Yeah, I've been here with you.
Yeah, I've been here the whole time. I've been your assistant this whole time. And so she plots to kill him. First she uses Dracula, then there's another song about that's being like a step ahead, I think. It's very long.
Terrible songs, just
terrible
all the way
song,
through.
Terrible singing. Yeah, they're definitely not catchy like old Rudolph over there in Christmas Land. So, all right. So, yeah, they sing a song. They try to kill him. I did actually think it was pretty funny, them attempting to kill him. And, like, he plays fetch with the Wolfman.
Yeah.
He bandages the mummy to a tree. Dracula misses several times to try and get him and fails. But anyway, we're going to fast forward a little bit. The monsters betray Francesca, and they're like, "What the hell do we need you for? We'll just all be the successor." It's like a Frankenstein's monster and her bride. Her bride is just like, we're next in line, not you. We don't need you. So she jumps out of a window. Felix is fishing, I believe, to clear his head because Dr. Frankenstein is like, hey, I want you to take over as being leader of the monsters, whatever that means.
Yeah.
I don't know what that, like, seems like all the monsters do their own thing. I don't know what being their leader.
It seems like they're very
entails.
independent from Dr. Frankenstein.
They don't really give a fuck about his opinion, but he has all the secrets. That's what they want. They want his work, but they don't listen to him.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's going bad. She's in hysterics because she almost got murdered by Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, and the bride. And Felix is like, I hate to do this, but I need to. He slaps the shit out of her. And I thought it was weird, and I don't know if I missed something, but she immediately falls in love with him after she gets slapped by him twice.
Dude, sometimes that's all you got to do. Just slap a lady.
It is the 60s. I guess that is the most romantic thing a man could do back then.
Oh my God, he slapped me. I'm in love.
That's literally what that happens. She is so smitten by him. She sings a song about it, and then I assume they fuck. Look,
I would assume so.
Halloween's a horny holiday. We can say that they fucked. All right?
Yep.
Of that, I make my claim. So we fast forward a little more, blah, blah, blah. They're like, oh, and then she got real mad and she invited It. And then It comes up. He's a giant gorilla. And then he's like, I'm here to cause a ruckus. I'm just going to kidnap everybody.
Yeah.
And this is when
Nobody can stop me, basically.
nobody can stop me. I should be king of the monsters, by God. But he kind of grabs all of them. And then he grabs Francesca, and then Boris and Felix is like, I don't really want to do this. And he's like, well, yeah, I get it. This seems like a lot of work. You leave. He's like, what about Francesca? And he goes, you just got to go. I'll take care of the rest. Just kind of get a good distance.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of flying machines that were apparently made by Orville. What are the Wright brothers' names?
I mean, I don't know their first names.
Oh, yeah, Wilbur and Orville Frankenstein is who made these flying machines. Every time I say Orville, I think of Redenbacher.
Of course.
Mainly because I'm hungry.
Who wouldn't?
Eaten. Yeah. But anyway. They're in the flying machines. They got the zombies. That are also the bellhops. And he basically is just like, he gets Francesca free, and Felix is, near enough to save her. He's like, get on. And so they're rowing out. And then Dr. Von Frankenstein is like, you all suck. You especially suck, you overgrown chimpanzee. And he throws down the vial of ultimate destruction. He blows everyone sky high. And Felix is like, Francesca, I'll buy a bigger house. I love you. We're going to have a bunch of little babies. And she starts crying because I can't marry you. And he's like, why not? We can't date forever. She's like, I'm actually Dr. Frankenstein's greatest work. And then it's supposed, so the dialogue at the very end of the film is a parody of the final scene from the film Some Like It Hot from 1959.
Okay.
So this is a reference that just we
don't get.
We don't get it.
Okay,
But that's why he kind of twitches at the end.
I was so lost.
I think it's heavily implied that Dr. Frankenstein also made his nephew, and maybe the best analogy as I got is he did a Princess Bubblegum and just made his extended family.
Cause like I feel like Francesca was a robot because she talks about having metal joints.
Yeah, she's basically she's Dr. Frankenstein's greatest work, but she's got Anywho,
and then Felix starts short-circuiting.
He starts short-circuiting too, and it's just like, I don't know, I guess it's like heavily implied that he made everyone. Okay. Which, does that mean that they're related? Does that mean that we have an ending of incestuous, reanimated corpse sex? Which honestly sounds like a new genre of...
Please, don't.
Pornography.
Don't make that a genre, people, please.
It's already a genre. It's a Rule 34 for sure. But enough about pornography. Joel, it's time for your new reoccurring segment. Reviews that are mad and reviews that like to party.
Ooh, nice.
Thank you.
Andrew, this is sitting at a 6.6 out of 10.
That is too high. When I saw that,
it is.
Oh, by the way, if everybody wants to download the streaming service Plex, which I do not recommend because the ads are way too long, which made this nightmare of a movie even longer. Maybe that's the scary part of this movie. You fear it's never going to end.
When is this stopping?
Like, when the fuck is this over?
So it's a 6.6 out of 10 out of 3,900 ratings. Surprisingly, no 1-star reviews.
Impossible. I'm gonna write one.
You should. So I'm
gonna write one. It's gonna be a link to this podcast episode.
So this is a 10 out of 10 titled, I Remember This.
God damn.
I bought a PAL video
Oh, we got it for DVDs.
of Mad Monster Party at a car boot sale when I was around 7. Man, what a cool show. I must have watched it to death like some OCD freak, because I remember my friend telling they were getting bored of me playing it all the time. It actually scared me, but I loved it anyways. I wanted to be Francesca. If only I could get this in Region 2 DVD, you lucky Americans. Apparently I have to write 10 lines of text. Okay then, does anybody remember the ending of this? I vaguely remember something about Francesca and somebody going somewhere in a boat, or maybe that wasn't at all at the end of it. Oh, looks like 10 lines. Sarah.
Ah, Sarah. You have bad taste.
Might be one of the best reviews.
Yeah, that's a solid review, though. Oh, well, I guess that what are your closing thoughts? Do not put forth the effort that we did to watch this godforsaken thing. It's on Internet Archive, but the file's weird, but Plex will definitely play for you.
I don't think it's worth it. I mean, like, unless you're just like a Rankin Bass, like the historian of Rankin Bass, you're just
and
someone.
a real aficionado.
Yeah,
but
like,
chances are you've already seen it if you have.
Yeah, it's not worth an hour and a half of your time. You'll get nothing from it.
Just wait for Rudolph.
There you go. Just rewatch the Christmas movies.
Yeah, the Christmas ones are the best ones.
Yeah.
Although I don't remember the Easter ones that well. Maybe we'll cover one of those next year.
Hey.
And if you would like to support us all the way into next year, you can go to patreon.com/cartoondd. There we have the $5 tier that gets you bonus episodes, stickers and pins mailed to your door, access to our Discord that gives you access to the mega requests that gets your request to the top of the list. We also have extended audio episodes and bonus episodes. We have a X, Cartoon DD. We are Cartoon Dumpster Dive everywhere else. If you're listening to this on YouTube, please be sure to like and subscribe. And as always, thank you for a 5-star Revere. Thank you for a 5-star Paul Revere.
There we go. The British are coming.
There you go. That's a Wreckin' Bass movie. About the 4th of July. All right. Thank you for a 5-star review on the podcasting platform of your choice, so we can throw a mad cartoon dumpster dive party. Have a great rest of your week. Happy Halloween.
See ya.